So before we even start this tutorial, I just want to say sorry for not uploading on like the Sunday just gone. It's because I didn't have a chance to film another video and I wasn't happy with the editing of this one. I didn't do a voiceover. It just went bad. So I was like, I'm gonna wait another week and just post it next Sunday. But it should be weekly uploads from now on. So yeah, let's get into the video. Okay, so first thing I'm doing is pinning back my hair. You should always do this. I've moisturised, I've chapsticked and all this. So I'm just going in with the Nivea Men's Post Shave Balm in the sensitive one. I'm just using this as a primer, putting this all over my face. I use the sensitive one because it's alcohol free and my skin is really sensitive, so you know. The only thing is I don't really like this. I think it's because it's a little bit runny for me. Then I'm grabbing my foundation. Use whatever foundation you want. I'm NC15, I think. I went on holiday literally straight after I bought this, so I am much more tanned. So it's not the perfect match now, but it is when I won't have a tan. I'm just blending this in with a beauty blender. You can use a brush if you want. I just prefer a beauty blender. I've got the oval brushes, but I'm kind of wanting to get the Morphe foundation sort of buffing brush that Jeffree Star uses, but that's about it. And then I'm grabbing the Kiko full covering concealer and I am concealing and I'm not feeling, and I'm also highlighting at the same time. Now it's time to cream contour if you want a cream contour. If you want a full tutorial on how I cream contour and everything, feel free to leave it in the comments because I am prepared to do that because I do cream contour quite a lot and I do have a routine if you cannot not see that. Okay, so I'm just doing that and then I'm just blending that in with a beauty blender as well. Firstly I go over the highlighted areas and then I go into darker areas because obviously don't want to mix it. I leave my nose till last though because I don't want to screw that up. And then I bake very differently to how most other people bake. I've changed how I bake now since this video, but it's still a pressed powder. And I just use a dry beauty blender and I just pat this in where I need to bake, so like to set the sort of concealer slash highlight. And then I grab my contour kit from Makeup Revolution. I'm just grabbing the more bronzier shade and I'm just bronzing up my face. I always think this sometimes looks a bit muddy. I don't really like it, so I always go over it with powder and a brush just to kind of diffuse it and make it less muddy. And at this point I'm wiping off the bake as well. And I've got this like £1 powder and it kind of is like banana powder, so it's good. And then I'm just using a Bella Pierre blush. It's kind of an orangey shade. I think it's called like Desert Rose or something. And I'm just putting that all on my face because I like blush. And then I'm using the MUA Iridescent Gold highlighter. It's been like my first ever highlighter. I've got more now obviously, but that was like my first ever highlighter and it still is a holy grail. And then I'm just filling in my brows. Obviously you do your brows how you do your brows. I just fill it in with a pencil. My brows are pretty thick at the moment. I'm trying to grow them out. And then I'm going to get them plucked to be a bit more thicker. But yeah, so they're very thick at the moment. And then I'm going with the Barry M Starry Night Limited Edition palette and I'm using the lightest shade in that palette and just putting it in my crease, like sort of really messily in my crease because this is a very smoky look. You can use whatever shades you want. And then I'm just using the Brick Red in that palette as well, but you can use, say, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette, or I think Laura Lee has a colour like it, I'm not too sure. The Laura Lee and Violet Voss palette. Something this Brick Red on your face, put it in your crease, and because it's a halo eye you want to go in the inner corner and below, so it's like the inner corner, just basically surround your eye with the red, as you can see. And then taking the plum colour, you can go plummy or brown with this, and I'm just putting this tightly in my crease and tightly in my outer corner and inner corner, and I also end up bringing this onto my lower lash line all the way across as well. And you should have something like this, so it's kind of smoky. And then I'm taking a matte black and I'm just putting this on like a thin brush and tightly putting it in my inner corner and my outer corner, and it has to be tight, this does. You don't want to go over the board with the black. My last tutorial I did, it kind of looked messy, so you just kind of need to live and learn with this, practice. It still looks pretty bad, but it's okay because it turned out to be a sexy look. Okay, and then I'm taking the gold in that palette. You can just use a true gold. Don't go orange, don't go like pinky. Go true gold, straight in the centre. And then I'm curling my lashes, and I am then using my favourite ever mascara, which is the Thick and Vast Soap in Glory. It makes my lashes look fake. I love it. And then I'm just using the Bourjois Ultra Volume on my bottom lashes, and then just sort of volumizing the top a little bit more. And then I'm using the NYX Liquid Suede in Vintage. And I really like this brown. Like, this is a good brown. It's kind of got reddy undertones. It's just a good brown. And personally, it's one of my favourite browns. I wear it literally all the time. But yeah, I would pair this look with a brown just because of the eye colour. It just matches all nice and good. And then I'm just cleaning up my edges. And then I'm setting my face. And yeah, that's the end of the video. So I hope you enjoyed this. There will be more to come. And I'm sorry this was really short. And I'm sorry it was so bad. But yeah.